Hello guys, Salch Gamer here, and today I'll be reviewing Erase. I made videos before on the anime series, but not an official review, so here's the review. This was an anime series that left people feeling so emotional and heartbroken, but not for the reasons you would think. It isn't for the sad events that had people upset, but one particular event that felt like NTR. I can understand the frustration. That one scene caused me to drop the show and not watch it for 6 years. As an anime reviewer though, I decided to rewatch the anime series 6 years later and give it a fair chance. I finished the entire anime series this time. In this anime series, the main character Satoru has the power of revival, which means he can suddenly go back in time at certain points. He can't control the power though, it just occurs suddenly. But what he does recognize is that there's a reason for each revival. There's a person he must protect. He must stop something horrible from happening. So when he goes back in time, he looks around for anything that seems off. In the town that he lives in, there were many kidnappings and murders years ago. While going shopping with his mom notices something off with a certain suspicious guy that is near a kid. Later, she investigates and determines that the person that was charged with these horrible crimes years ago is in fact innocent, and she thinks she has a lead on who the true kidnapper and killer is. However, she gets killed by a true killer, and Satoru is framed. He gets sent back in time to when he was still an elementary school student. He thinks he was sent back for a purpose, to save someone. He remembers a girl named Kayo that he knew many years ago. She was kidnapped and murdered. Satoru is now on a mission to save her, and perhaps his horrible future will be changed. I really did like this anime at first. It was so exciting, so unlike any anime series I've seen recently. It made me so interested that I actually started reading the manga, which I rarely do. I found it amazing because of the mystery aspect, the time travel, and the emotional impact. I was so into the mystery. I just wanted to know who the killer was. The killer did such a great job at covering the tracks. They did a great job at framing a character for the crimes. They made sure not to leave any obvious evidence. You just didn't know who it could be until a certain point in the show. I was also really entertained seeing Satoru be like a detective and be a hero at the same time. It was amazing to anticipate the killer's every move, and also be able to make great progress and figure out their identity, just from remembering the events that took place when he was a kid, and using information from events that occurred when he was back in the present time. To see him piece together clues so quickly was amazing. His time reset ability made the plot even more exciting to watch, as we get to see what Satoru will do differently a second time around. So basically it's kind of like ReZero, and I really like ReZero. The one thing I didn't like about his revival power though, was that the show never explains how he got them. He just has it. It just seems like lazy writing. Unfortunately, the great mystery in the show falls apart at the end, and leaves you disappointed. They made it very obvious in episode 9 on who the killer was. That just totally ruined the moment when Satoru realized the true killer. I mean, everyone already knew at that point. It wasn't a surprise. I wish they could have kept the mystery until Satoru realized it. That would have made that moment more impactful. I also didn't like how Satoru was being such a great detective and was making such great progress in mystery, but then acted dumb when it was really obvious who the killer was. Like he said, the killer was someone his mom knew, and that candy moment in the show was like, really? Are you that dumb? It's obvious he's a killer. Just piece together these two things. There were some things I didn't like about the anime ending. There were just some important questions I want answered, like how did Satoru survive after nearly being drowned? Why was the killer doing these terrible things? The show doesn't do a great job at explaining this. We never get to see how Satoru survived his near-death experience. The anime has the killer talk a little bit about his past, but it doesn't really explain too much on how he ended up being such a terrible person. The one other thing I really like about this anime series was the emotional impact of the scenes. It showed Kayo being mistreated so badly, and we just want to see Satoru save her quickly. It made me really emotionally invested in the characters. I felt so bad for Kayo, and I just want to see her be happy. To know that she doesn't have to be alone in life. Seeing Satoru be her friend and give her hope in life was heartwarming to watch. All of these sweet moments between him and Kayo made me feel really emotional. I was so happy to see her be saved. The anime though also made people feel emotional in a certain bad way. Now we're at the point of the video where I talk about the moments that made many people rage, including myself. It was that NTR moment. That really wasn't NTR. It wasn't NTR because it wasn't clearly stated that Satoru was in love with Kayo. Let's talk about it though. I just didn't like the execution of it. Not even now. If you're gonna have him end up with someone else, then you better give him good romantic development with Irie. There just wasn't enough romantic development between them, in my opinion. I like how Irie believed in Satoru and did everything she could to help him, but we barely got to see them spend time together. It's not enough to make me want him to end up with her. I was frustrated beyond belief that this anime kept teasing us about Kaio and Satoru being together at the end, but then not actually have them end up together. Like, why would you spend so much screen time of them being together that seems so romantic? Let's go through these moments. When Satoru is a kid, he tells his mom that yes, he's on a date with Kaio. Perhaps he said that just to get his mom to help him pay for the trip to aquarium, but still, you get how fans would think he's going to end up with Kaio. His mom and his friends constantly tease him about being a couple. His friends try their best to help him spend time with Kaio alone. His mom tells him, Kaio's cute, isn't she? He tells her that he told his friends that they were going on a date. Kaio blushes from hearing that. He holds her hand a lot throughout the show, and she blushes a lot. When they saw those two foxes together, Satoru was like, aren't they a couple? Then he realizes how he and Kaio are so close, and they both get embarrassed. From everything I just said, you can get why many people want Satoru to end up with Kaio. They had so many sweet moments together. You don't blush around your friends, and if your friends thought you were in love with another friend, then, if you're not attracted to them at all, you will make it obvious to them that you're not dating this person at all. You don't just go along with it. It doesn't make sense why the show would do this. You were hinting about them being together all season. There was so much anticipation about it. It would have been such a great payoff to see these sweet moments all season, and finally see them together at the end. Was the writer just trying to make the readers feel devastated from this? Was he just trying to make them feel miserable for emotional impact? This is not the emotional feeling I want to feel, though. It doesn't feel good to feel sad about this. You know how there are sad deaths or farewells in anime series that make you feel sad, but the good kind of sad, like in Anohana, when everyone had to say goodbye to Menma. That's the sadness I want to feel. I don't want to feel sad about something that is like NTR, but really isn't. The characters were great in the show. I like how smart Satoru was as a character, and how he came up with so many great plans so quickly. I also like how he would do anything to help even strangers. Kaio was a great character, even though she acted cold towards Satoru at times. It was really understandable. It was because she was being mistreated by others for so long. But to see her change from being a cold character to being a really kind and caring character was great to watch. Kenya was an amazing side character. The way he could read everyone's behavior and could tell when something's off is amazing for someone as young as him. It was also great that he was such a supportive friend towards Satoru and believed in him even when the things Satoru said didn't make sense. I like the killer in the show. They made for such a great villain. I like the insane way they acted at times. That killer was truly cunning and crazy. They made the show so interesting at the end. The opening and ending song for this anime series were amazing. The music throughout the show was enjoyable to listen to. The animation style looked great, and the animation looked good as well. I really did like this anime series, but it did fall off at the end, with its quick pacing, with it making the killer too obvious. And I didn't like how it teased the viewers about Kaio and Satoru being together as a couple. Just make it obvious that they're only friends, and give Irie more screen time. With that being said, I still recommend anime fans to watch this anime. I give this anime a 8 out of 10. So that's all I want to talk about for today. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and please comment if you found anything interesting in the video.